The Federal Road Safety Corps and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission are strengthening partnership to achieve their organizational goals and objectives. The chairman of the EFCC was at the office of the Corps Marshal of the Road Safety Corps on a courtesy visit, where the two men talked about the proposal for the Special Control Unit against money laundering. The FRSC Corps Marshal says they are ready to facilitate the proficiency training for all EFCC drivers on defensive driving, certification of the vehicle's fleet under the Road Transport Safety Standardization Scheme by the Corps. Now to Zamfara State, where the aftermath of the governorship election is still generating issues. In an unexpected political outburst arising from the polls, Governor Bello Matawalle had accused President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration and the Nigerian military of working against his re-election for not backing the much criticized Naira redesign policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria. Governor Matawalle pointedly said the hard posture he took against the policy that visited untold hardship on Nigerians ultimately cost him his second-term bid, being among the 3 All Progressives Congress governors who dragged the federal government before the Supreme Court. In a swift reaction, the Center for African Liberation and Socio-Economic Rights is standing in defense of the military following accusations from Governor Bello Matawalle that soldiers were used to suppress voters. The civil society organization, while condemning the accusation, says the Zamfara state governor's inability to accept defeat is undemocratic, urging him to seek redress in court. The group insists that the military played a stabilizing role during the election across the country and was repeatedly commended by political players across party lines in the country.
Now claiming that soldiers were deployed to punish him for challenging the Naira redesign policy. After all, he is not the only one who challenged the policy. The governors of Kaduna, Kogi, Ondo, Ekiti, Katsina, Ogun, Cross River, Sokoto, and Lagos states are part of the suits that challenge the Naira redesign policy of the federal government. Losers should not conduct themselves or make utterances that could plunge the nation into crisis and thereby undermine our democracy.
And still in Zamfara State, the police has arrested 21 suspects involved in various crimes. Amongst them is a 25-year-old notorious bandit kingpin on the police wanted list, 2 cattle rustlers, a phone snatcher, and 17 others involved in post-election violence, destruction of property, and theft. Theophilus Darufai has details.
40 suspects involved in vandalism, destruction and looting of public and private properties were arrested by the police last week. The police also recovered some looted items from the suspects. Hoodlums had attacked public places, political campaign offices and personal residences of some politicians, and vandalized properties, all in the name of celebrating victories achieved in the governorship and state assembly election in Zamfara. The police also arrested 17 more suspects for committing the same crime. Among them is a village head called Miangwa and a 60-year-old man.
The police detectives, personally being led by the Commissioner of Police, succeeded in the arrest of additional 17 suspects and the recovery of exhibit in connection with the case. The command had earlier arrested 40 suspects and recovered some of the looted and vandalized property worth millions of naira.
A 25-year-old notorious bandit kingpin who has been on the police wanted list, 2 cattle rustlers on their way to move the stolen livestock outside the state, and a mobile phone snatcher were also arrested by the police.
The notorious bandit confessed of series of attacks and kidnapping on different communities. Another arrest we made is the arrest of 2 suspects in connection with being in possession of 18 rusted cows, 3 goats, and 1 sheep.
Sets of cushion chairs, generators, computers, doors, building materials, sets of wrappers were among items recovered from the suspects. The police says it will continue to keep a close watch out for those involved in looting and promises to bring all perpetrators to book. Theophilus Darufai, TVC News, Gusau.
The Nigeria Defense Headquarters says it will continue to provide the needed support to enhance the quality of training of cadets at the Nigeria Defense Academy. The authorities say training of cadets and the academy will help meet the manpower requirements of the armed forces. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabor, stated this as he inaugurated 15 troops carrying vehicles meant to ease the movement of personnel and cadets during training exercises at the academy. The defense chief, who also spoke of his visit to the Northeast, expressed excitement at the success achieved by the military through counterinsurgency operations. In a related development, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, also inaugurated a prototype armory and other projects at the 37th Demonstration Battalion in the NDA. The Army Chief reiterated the commitments of the Nigerian Army to provide the needed support in the training of cadets.
The military, everything around training, and we demonstrate how it is done. And now, in line with my also pillars of command, philosophy of command, professionalism, administration, cooperation is there. Now, to be professional, you must train.
Training demands movement of both men and material from one training point to the other. So these vehicles are intended to close up that gap or to boost what is available in the academy in that regard. So you can see that they're brand new.
Aggrieved stakeholders of Genjo people in Taraba State have appealed to Governor Darius Ishaku to revise decision on rotation of traditional stool among 4 tribes. Speaking to journalists in Jalingo, spokesman of the tribe, Mr. Bila Jen, said there is mounting tension amongst his kinsmen who saw the decision as an affront to the ruling family. He explained that the tribe has had one ruling family in the last 300 years, noting that creating another ruling family without involving the community will only be counterproductive. Meanwhile, the new monarch promised to carry all stakeholders along and urged all to give peace a chance.
Our take in the community is that we are not happy with what the governor did, because this is a chiefdom that existed over 300 years. From the blues, he just came and said he's given the rotational, chiefdom in Jane. So this will definitely attract people's attention for protest. And that is exactly what is happening now. But what the governor did was surprising to every one of us. It beats our imaginations. So it calls for protest. Even though we know that he was trying to do a good thing, but he did it in the wrong way. Why did I say so? Kano State has been notably known with one emirate when Ado Bayero was alive. But the present governor of Kano State decided to split the emirate into 5 equal first-class status. What stopped His Excellency from giving these people their own chiefdom